I think of all the pens that I've tried in the last couple of years, there's only one pen that I think has impressed me the most with how artistic it is overall. Hey everyone, I'm Dave with Beast Made Reviews, of course, the channel dedicated to reviewing quality at different price points. Now, it's been a little while since I did a review of a pen. A while back, I planned to actually make a video on Grail pens. That didn't work like I was expecting it to, but I did get this in the process, and I just had to make some kind of video about this because this is just a special pen. Now, Benu is a line of pens that I believe I found from Figboot on Pens on YouTube. Love his channel. Of course, I went a little bit further into the rabbit hole, looked more into the line, and I really loved what I saw. What I saw was a line that was making pens in a truly artistic way. They have a lot of pens that have a lot of flash, that are very artistic, some might say loud, and they've gained a real cult following, especially in the pen community. They have a few different kind of shapes of pens in their line. The pen that I have here is the Beam Me Up, and I'll go into that in a minute, but it's based on the Euphoria shape that they have, which is this kind of prismatic or faceted barrel shape. They make their own resins on site, and then on some pens, they actually hand paint them as well, and that's what I have here. Now, just look at this pen. I'll show you some close-up footage, but it is beautiful. Look at the detail in all the artwork here. Of course, this one is space-themed, so you're gonna get kind of this whole story of a rocket going through space past satellites, planets, aliens, the whole 9 yards. I love it. They have a lot of different ones, some with maybe cats or anime or whales, some with fall themes or spring or summer. There's a lot of different variations on the kind of painted design. It's made in the same way that the other Benu pens are made, with the special polymers and the shimmer and all of that. But then they hand paint it, and then they put some kind of clear coat or some kind of clear polymer on the outside, so whenever you're using it, writing with it, you don't scuff up the paint. I love that because you don't really have to kind of baby this pen. You can still write with it and use it as a daily driver. It just looks really beautiful at the same time. This is not your normal boring cigar-shaped pen. This is a pen with a lot of personality. And in fact, each pen that you get from Benu is going to be unique because of the way that they make their pens. You're going to have slight differences and the way that they look. I love the glitter and the shimmer of the space theme here, and you can even see some pieces of the glitter that kind of show up in the actual resin in different parts, like maybe the cap. They're just random flecks of glitter. I think that's really cool. I love the kind of wabi-sabi, kind of almost imperfect nature of the pen. This is a faceted body with a screw-on cap. It's about 5.86 inches long and weighs 26 grams. The cap screws on with about 2 to 3 twists, and it has nice wide and flat threads just above the grip section there. Now, the cap is postable if you like to post it. I find that I don't really like to post it on this pen, partly because I just really want to keep this as perfect as I can. I don't normally like to cap pens. I usually try to take the cap off and just write with it without the cap, but you can still cap the pen if you like that. The nib is a Schmidt number 6 size nib with a plastic feed. It comes with an international converter and a cartridge as well. Now, how does it write? Well, it's great. I love not only the way it looks, but I really love the way it writes as well. I find it has a great balance in the hand, even without it being capped. I really have grown to love Schmidt nibs. I think they're very underrated, and I think every single Schmidt nib that I have tried has been just an absolute banger. And I think they may be my preferred nib of choice if I have the option. There's really no flex in the nib, but I like it quite a bit. Now, for the writing sample, I'm using this pen with Diamine Aurora Borealis. Aurora Borealis is a pretty cool ink that was designed in collaboration with Reddit, I believe, as one of the first kind of collaborations that they did. It's a darker teal type of color with a good bit of shading. I'm a little bit on the fence about the ink itself, to be honest, but I really wanted to use a kind of almost space-themed type of ink, and I just had this on hand. Thought it was a really good pairing, especially with how dark this pen looks. It worked pretty well, I guess. I got this pen in a medium tip, which is pretty much my go-to. I think the tip is a nice medium. I think it's a really good size here. Not too thick, not too thin, great medium. This has a fair bit of feedback in here, like a pencil-like feedback. Some people like that, some people don't. And if you don't like that, you can just smooth it out pretty easily, but I really like it here in this case. Overall, I love this pen. I'm really liking Benu. Now, this is the first experience that I've had with Benu, but I'm so thrilled with this pen. I love the balance. I love the way it writes. I love how artistic it is. I love how beautiful it looks and how quirky it is. Typically, I don't normally like designs on the flashier side. I think if you're following my channel, I think you know that I like a lot of more utilitarian style designs. And this is not necessarily utilitarian at all. This is definitely more flashy, but I really like that. There's something to be said about a design that's flashy, but executed so well that you have no complaints. They make it look beautiful, but then back it up with just a perfect performance. It's tuned perfectly. And I love the little hidden things that you might not even notice until you actually use the pen. I love the symmetry of the facets. I love the clip, how it has a little kind of springy quality on the outside, making it perfect to slip in a pocket. I love the hidden glitter that you find just glinting here and there in the cap or the tail of the barrel. I love the feel of the grip section or the flat threads that they use to fix on the cap. I love that feeling of turning the cap and right before the end, it eases and notches right into place. Oh, so satisfying. And then the artwork is so cool too. I love so much about the artwork, including the UFO that's abducting a cow. So fun. Benu has managed to make a pen that can make you smile. There's something really enjoyable about using this pen. I think they really understand that using a fountain pen is more about just writing a quick note. It's about the experience of using the pen itself that brings you this kind of joy. Benu is bringing that joy back into pens, and they're absolutely killing it. Now, the price of these pens, I would not say is inexpensive. It's not an inexpensive pen, but the price that you pay to get this level of quality and craftsmanship, I think is more than fair. In fact, I would even say that it's a bargain for what you get here. Though I wouldn't say this is a pen I would recommend to someone just beginning. This is a pen for someone who knows they like fountain pens and wants to get a pen that just looks spectacular and writes superbly. But as of now, I still think this pen is a Grail pen, and I am so grateful and thankful to have this in my collection. Just a wonderful pen. You've got to check out Benu. They will make you smile. They are truly works of art. Definitely check out Benu. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave with Beastmade Reviews.